This is what Chinese power supply manufacturers don't tell you. This is a watty weight blah 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 lithium ion lithium polymer battery charger. If I zoom in, you can see on here that it says 75.6 volts 2.5 amp charger. Now this one, it says 75.6 volt 4 amp charger. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to take this apart and I'm going to show you something, because this isn't 75.6 volts. Well, I can get my meter and I can do this very carefully without setting fire to myself or blowing this bloody thing up. What's the best way to do it now? I'll do that with that hand. So as you can see, that's 86.4 volts, which is 20S. That's actually for an 18S setup. It says 75.6 volts, but it's now for a 20S. And I'll show you how to do it, because they charge you a stupid amount of price. It's ridiculous. I can't remember if these two are actually identical inside. The 75.6 volts, the 84 volts, the 108 volts, or the 36, they're all identical. If you've got one that's that size, it's identical to the higher voltage ones, and I'll show you how to do it. The first thing you do is you unplug it and you leave it. Now, I think there's two LEDs. You've got LED 1 and LED 2 because it says there, so there's two. 1, 2. What they are is, you've got one that says just power and the other one is the, I think it's the charge to say that the battery's full. The second one comes on. Now when you unplug it, you'll find that the red LED stays on. Leave it until the LED has gone off and then the capacitors inside have actually discharged, which may take 2 or 3 minutes. Obviously you've got mains voltage going into this, so it's bloody dangerous. It can kill you if you take this apart, so you've got to be bloody careful. So the first thing you do is remove the 4 screws on that side in the corners, and then you remove the 4 screws on that side in the corners, and then all you do is you pull those out a bit and drop them down, and the idea is that you slide the top casing off like that. Then you put it over there. You can put it over there if you want, I ain't bothered. Now on here we've got some tuning pots. What can I point with that isn't going to kill me? A pen. This pot here, which has usually got loads and loads of silicone all over it, this is the output voltage. So all you need to do is turn it. Literally, that's it. Now one of these, and I can't remember which one, I think it's that one, controls the current. So if you've got, it's like this one is a 75.6 volts 2.5 amps, and you want to make it 84 volts, the first thing that you actually do is put your meter on the end and you turn that one and you get the voltage up. If you want to boost the current, because if you have a look down in there, can you see in there it says 240 watts. So what you do is the calculation, and you calculate how much this board in itself can actually take, how many amps it can actually take. So you do your voltage and then you do your current, and you can work it out, well, you can do it accordingly. So this is set for 2.5 amps, although it ain't 2.5 amps. Hang on, let's just have a look. So we've got 240 divided by 75.6. That's actually 3 amps. So this power supply can deliver 3 amps. And they've listed it as 2.5 amps. This one here, which I'm going to take apart now because I need to modify that, because at the minute it's 75.6 volts. I'm going to change that to 84 volts. That one as it is, because it's a 2.5 amp charger, let's just calculate that. So now we've got 84, sorry, we've got 240 watts divided by 85.4. That's actually 2.8 amps. So this is set now to 2.5 amps, but even so I can bump it up to 2.8 amps. It'll handle it because it says 240 watts on there. But I'm going to leave that as it is, 2.5 amps. I'm happy with that. It's only an emergency charger. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the top off this one and show you that one. I'm going to do this one in real time. I've never actually taken this one apart because it was for my other bike, but I need an emergency charger to either take with me or leave somewhere that I'm likely to go. Or in these things, if you buy the cheap version, I think I paid about 25 quid for that one that I've already done, and I think this one was about 35 quid. But there's no difference whatsoever, absolutely no difference. And like I say, they charge you a hell of a lot more for the bigger versions than they do for the smaller ones. The ampage as well, they charge you a lot more for the same identical machine. One more screw to go. There you go. So there's all the screws. So you pull it out a bit. This one's completely discharged, it hasn't been used forever. Pull that one out a bit. It's literally so as you can slide that one way or the other. Either way. Oh, I've had this apart before. Anyway, don't know if you're going to be able to see in there. It's just down there. Can you see that there? It says 360 watts. Now on here it's got 75.6 volts, 4 amps. Calculator. What was it? 360 divided by 75.6. That means that it'll actually output at 4.7 amps. So if that was at 75.6 volts, you could bump that up to 4 amps, 4.7 amps. It's fine. So I want to do it at 84, so it's 360 divided by 85.6, is it? Can't remember. So I can keep that at 4, but it's 4.2 amps maximum. I can keep that at 4 amps, there's no problem at all. And just to confirm it, look, that's 72 volts there. Like I say, it's so easy to do it. Literally, I don't even know if I've got the kit to do it here. So here's my lead. Where can I measure these points from? You've got the 2 output points. There's the fuse. So the 2 output points are those 2 there. This lighting isn't brilliant. You've got the positive, which is brown, and you've got the blue, which is negative. So all you need to do is get your multimeter probes and you put that one on the positive and you put that one on the negative. I'll plug it in, hang on. Just make sure that nothing's touching anywhere. It'd be funny if this went up. No, it wouldn't. Okay, so we've got power. I mean, you could test it on the end of the cable, it's not a problem, but that's set to 200 volts. So we've got positive and negative. See, it's at 75.6 volts at the minute. So I'll get my I ain't got a pot twiddler. You've got to be careful with this because you're running with mains. This is actually plugged in, it's 240 volts. I've had pisses off mains God knows how many times, it don't hurt. Actually, because I've got titanium in this hand, if I get it on this hand, oh yes it does hurt. Now then, can I jab that in there rather than precariously? No, I mean I could do it at the fuse point. 75.5 volts. Wrong way. So you turn it anti-clockwise to go down and clockwise to go up. No you don't. You turn it anti-clockwise to go up. So I'll need that at 85.6 volts. These things, just so as you know, I mean look at that. I mean it'll go up to, I think it's 99.9 volts, it'll do 100 volts. But I don't want that. I want 85.6. There you go, that'll do. It's near enough. It hasn't got to be perfect. In actual fact I might put it up to about 86 volts purely because the BMS will cut out when it gets up to voltage anyway. One of those, like I say, I can't remember. The best thing to do is get the voltage up, and then with your BMS you can act with my superb app. You can sit there and you can actually see how many amps are going in. And you can it's one or the other. I think one of them's a cut off. You've got constant voltage, variable. No, it's constant voltage, variable current. So what happens is one of those adjusts the cut-off point. I've got to try and explain this now. These power supplies are constant voltage, variable current. There's two stages of the current. So we'll say that when I want to charge my battery up to 100 volts, when it gets to 99 volts, the current will start dropping off. In fact, I don't think I think it's a point. It goes to a certain amount. So one of these pots here adjusts the current, the constant current, and the other one adjusts the variable current, as in the cut-off point where it goes into a lower current state. But which one it is, I don't know. The best thing to do is just check it on the app and then twiddle it, you know what I mean? So there you go, there's a way to save yourself a lot of money. I mean a lot of money. This will do 360 watts, so it'll do 100 volts at 3.6 amps. If you wanted to buy a power supply the same as that'll do exactly the same, it'll cost you 4 times as much. Literally I think it's the 36 volts. The 36 volt power supply is identical. Don't matter about the voltage, look at the current. I'll put a link in the description below, and I'll put it to the cheapest possible power supply, which is identical, number one, to this one, but a lot cheaper than the 4 amp version, and also the other one, which is a lot cheaper than the 2.5 amp version, just because they're lower voltage. That's the only reason they're charging more, is because the higher voltage, there is no difference.